Welcome to NewsBeast. We're here talking to Jacob Bernstein about his blockbuster Madonna profile in this week's magazine. Jacob, I remember when you came back to the office after interviewing Madonna, who is a person whose career you followed for a very long time.
With much interest, yes.
Take us behind the scenes a little bit. What is it like to walk into a room? How many people are there managing it? What is it like to go in and meet pretty much the biggest icon of our age?
Well, it's a little scary, and she is.
She's not a nice person, is she?
No, I don't think she's. I don't think she's not nice.
Okay.
But she is very efficient. She has an almost sort of Anna Wintour-like efficiency to her, where the question that she answers is exactly the one that you've asked, and it goes on for exactly as long as she thinks she needs to make her point.
You made a bit of news the other week when you reported Madonna's pretty startling comments to you about Lady Gaga and just how much of a Madonna impression she was doing with her song Born This Way. What did Madonna say? What do you think her real feelings about Lady Gaga are?
Well, I think she's actually fairly diplomatic. Certainly the quote
Do you think she secretly just hates Lady Gaga?
I think that at the very beginning she quite liked her. I think that at the beginning Lady Gaga was
doing... They did the make-out thing, which seems to be what Madonna does with all female celebrities.
And Madonna, you know, she went to see her shows, and at the time she was doing this sort of, Lady Gaga was doing this sort of Kermit the Frog meets Donatella Versace look. It didn't look like Madonna. And I think she was very impressed at the degree to which she seemed to be in the driver's seat, which was a difference from somebody like Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera, both of whom seemed like they had been sort of invented by marketing teams, and I think she liked that. And then all of a sudden she was wearing bullet bras and doing the Blonde Ambition ponytail. And at that point I think that her people, she and her people, all felt a little hurt. I think that they felt as though there was a kind of single white female thing going on. And I think she's trying to be as sort of diplomatic as possible while also making it clear that you know, her patience is wearing a little thin with it.
What's going on in the background? Is she being handled at all? She very famously has a terrific publicist.
She has a terrific publicist who sits about 20 feet away. And then she has security guards at this point who accompany her everywhere, which is partly because of the paparazzi and you know, because she is really one of only about 5 people who are really followed all the time.
The reason for your interview of Madonna is this movie that she has coming out about Wallace Simpson. This movie has been pretty roundly panned. Can you tell me where her interest in Wallace Simpson comes from? Are we getting a situation here where she's over-identifying with Ms. Simpson? What is her relationship to this star, and what is the movie like?
She certainly identifies with Wallace Simpson, and
what particularly?
You know, she said that she identifies with her being misunderstood on a global scale,
well,
and there you go, right? So there is definitely a certain narcissistic something to it, but I also think that on a deeper level, Madonna has always been sort of fascinated by iconic women, whether it's Marilyn Monroe or Marlene Dietrich or Eva Perón. She has a kind of drag queen like.
Yeah, what you say that in the story. What do you mean by Madonna's inner drag queen?
Well, I think she's a person who's often not impersonating exactly, but certainly appropriating other people. And I don't know if that makes her modern or postmodern. I can never remember what the difference is between those two things, but she is one or the other. I mean, she is kind of constantly fascinated by that. She is also a girl who lost her mother at a very early age, and I think that she has looked to these women as she's become famous as kind of guideposts to her own, to how to handle success, and she's done it very well. For a narcissist, she's a person who finds she does an awful lot of research for somebody who's self-obsessed.
Who's so self-obsessed. Well, that seems like a good place to end. That's all from us here at NewsBeast. Thanks for tuning in.